Hey guys and girls and mom, Ken Smith, KenSmithFishing.com. This is going to be our continuing of our update of our Sam Rayburn maps for 2018. But I'm going to do a bit of a pause here because we got so many guys coming into town for the FLW Tour event here in a couple of weeks. I'm going to give you guys just a big lake update, but there's something you need to know before you get here. And that is we're going to have, well, right now we have ramps closed. So some of my old videos, I gave you a bunch of ramps scattered all over the lake, but there is a website that you can go to right now, and it doesn't list all the ramps. But I'll tell you, Rayburn is over 4 feet high or right at 4 feet high. And when that happens, they start closing ramps. Monterey's closed, Hanks Creek's closed. There's just a bunch of ramps that have been closed down. So I don't want you guys getting up first thing in the morning, driving somewhere thinking you're going to put in and run, and getting there and discovering you can't put in at that ramp. So we're going to take a little short break right here. I'm going to show you a website where you can see what ramps are open and closed, or most of them. Some of it's word of mouth, but just this is the official U.S. Army Corps of Engineers website. So let me show you that real quick. Okay, so that is the website you need to go to http www.southwestfswf /wc.US Army Corps of Engineers usace.army.mil/SAMJ SAMJAY /. And let me show you where that will take you. That will take you to this U.S. Army Corps of Engineers page, and you can scroll down and you can see, for example, right now the lake is at 168.78. okay, pool is 164.4, so we're about 4.25 feet high. But then down here it'll start showing you, for example, Ebenezer's, well, that's not really a ramp, but you go down here to Hanks Creek, it's currently closed because of flood. Marion's Ferry, fully closed because of flood. So what you'll see, holy cow, does it say Monterey's closed? Yeah, Monterey's closed, I knew that, sorry. But then there's a couple of them that are obviously open. Twin Dykes, sorry, I know that's probably not in screen, but Twin Dykes is open. Twin Dykes Public Ramp is open, which we've shown you those in the past. That's 2 different ramps. And somewhere up there, where in the world? Although I don't see it on there, and it's probably as I'm trying to film and look at the same time. Castle Boykins, I know, is currently open, and Castle Boykins is so steep, I don't think you're going to see Castle Boykins close. Just know, Castle Boykins, you get any kind of a wind, and let's talk about that real quick. So the Castle Boykins ramp is right there, okay? That's the Castle Boykins ramp. You go up here to your wind direction, so that is north. Okay, let's see if I can back it out a little bit, as far as I can go, I think. But that is north. So if you get a north wind or a northwest wind, and even to some degree a northeast wind, that ramp is fully exposed. You're going to get the stew beat out of you. Now, one of the ramps, and I'm just trying to give you some ideas when you're going to be down here for the wind, you can always put in down here, but of course then if you got a north wind, you're going to get a pretty good beating riding around down here. I think the Mill Creek ramp is open. I didn't look, but I would check to see if San Augustine ramp is open. I'll try to post some stuff up right after Christmas when we're down there. I'll ask some of my local buddies what is and what isn't open. But right now, the other place you can put in, and this is a great ramp, is Caney. And Caney is very central to the lake. You can go north, you can go south, or east-west, which is really the way the lake lays out, as we've talked about in the past. The little ramp here at the mouth of Harvey is really, really bad. If you get a west wind, there's nowhere to beach your boat there. It's rocks, and that's not a good place generally to put in. So you're either going to be, and of course Monterey, which is, kind of a local's favorite, it's closed, as is Hanks Creek up there, it's closed, as is Marion's Ferry. So if one of you guys is wanting to go up the lake, you're going to get the stew beat out of you because you got nowhere to put in. Now, I have been getting a lot of questions about how to get up the lake, and I'll just tell you, although I post my map tips, there is a very simple solution to this. And I get nothing from these guys, but if you will Google Lance Vic's boat lanes or just boat lanes, They sell a download for Humminbird and Lowrance. I don't know if they do it for Garmin's, but I know Humminbird and Lowrance, where you can download. It's got trails all over the lake. It's got stuff like the Black Forest carved out. It shows you there's timber there. It shows you what we're going to show you here in one of our future videos, the timber there around Veach, getting around. I think it's $19.95 for one lake. They also offer Toledo and Fork, and I think there's a package deal on that. I just have the Rayburn card, and I know the lake, and I still have the Rayburn card. I will tell you, I would not guarantee that boat lanes card 100%. Specifically, I've talked about this before, going up the Atoyac Arm. There's a place up there that I've seen that they mark as a lane that I've seen with the water down, and it's not necessarily a boat lane. But now, having said all of that, the lake is 4 feet high. Most of the locals you're going to see right now are going to trim it up and run everywhere, and I will. The lake's 4 feet high. Most of the timber is 6 inches to a foot below pool, so you've got a tremendous amount of margin to run places right now. There's really not anywhere on this lake right now that I wouldn't run. Now, you know, you guys are still 10 days away from being here, but I don't see the lake coming down that much. Matter of fact, we've got rain forecast for the next several days. So let me now give you guys sort of some grass updates, because I know a lot of you are interested in fishing the grass. When you get here, there's going to be a tremendous amount of bushes in the water, but those are pretty self-explanatory. So let me pause the video and we'll kind of go through what I know about the grass right now. Okay guys, so hopefully you got decent lighting here. Obviously we're not in a studio, we're in a spare bedroom, which doubles as Ken Smith Fishing, one of my shooting studios. But from the dam, so you've got some grass scattered up in the ash arm, if you will. There's, you know, by the way, the roadbed is up here. It's plenty far down. You should be safe running around up there right now. Again, we're shooting this in December of 18, right before the FLW tour gets here. Up the ash arm, there's grass scattered through the pockets. There's grass scattered up through here. Coming down the lake, now I have not been in any of the stuff, and hopefully you can see my finger down here. I've really not been in any of these pockets this year, but I will tell you, up the lake, Little Farmers, Big Farmers, Five Fingers, Norris, Little Norris, Coleman, Little Coleman, all have different types of grass, hydrilla and coontail scattered throughout them. Veach is completely grassed. It's beautiful. It's as good as it's been in a long time. There's some grass scattered a little bit in some of the backs of these pockets, and then all the way up here to Harvey Creek. I'm going to swap sides. All the way up here into Harvey Creek. That is all good grass, hog, Indian. There's just good grass all over this part of the lake. Coming up the other side, again, once you get to about Fire Tower, you will start picking up grass, which I'm probably not pointing the right one. Caney's full of grass. All the pockets behind the forest, completely full of grass. Mud Creek, completely full of grass. Julie, completely full of grass. A little bit of grass in the back of Pofers. Can you see me there? Apologies. Probably throwing a little shadow there. A little bit of grass in the back of Pofers. Lots and lots and lots of grass in the canyons. Everybody knows the canyons. From there up, to my knowledge, the only really decent grass is there's a little bit of grass scattered around. There's some good grass in the deer stand area, and a little bit of grass scattered in some of these pockets. There's a little bit of grass scattered in some of the pockets up to the power lines. I have not. No, we have not had the kind of high water we have now. I've not been up the Atoyac really any this year, nor have I been up the Angelina. I've been up to Stanley, and I did not see any grass up there. But if you want to fish cypress stumps, man, there's more Angelina, the Atoyac, or up the ash arm. There will be more cypress trees than you can fish in the week that you're here. So hopefully that gives you a sense. I guess I should have said there's kind of grass everywhere, which there is, but there's plenty of grass. You guys' challenge is going to be obviously the wind. And what you're going to find is on most of the lake, anywhere that a big wind through the summer could beat it up, there's not much grass. The grass right now, the inside edge of the grass, I'm going to say is probably going to be 6 or 7 feet deep. And according to where they are, the outside edge of the grass could be 15, 17 feet deep because of the rising water. This rising water will kill some of this grass. The water's still not really all that cold. I'll post up a video that you guys can watch after we fish down there on the New Year's right before you come down here. But The lake is in amazing shape. You guys are going to have to whack them to do any good down here. I've had several guys ask me, I mean, right now to be competitive in a tournament, if you don't have something in the mid-teens as a team tournament, you really no sense in walking up the hill. If you have something in the high 20s, you have a chance to win in a one day, but most of them will take over 30 starting here real soon. That's just how good Rayburn is right now. There's a reason it's the #1 bass lake in the country. So hopefully that helps. I wanted to keep this video pretty brief for you guys. But again, pay attention before you go practicing to which boat ramps are going to be open, because a lot of these ramps are not going to be open. But there's a couple of good ramps. Again, the big ones are going to be Humphreys, Caney, Castle Boykins. I'm pretty sure Jackson Hill's going to be open. I don't know about the one in Five Fingers, if you want to go over there, if that's open or not. There's nothing in Beach. There's nothing open. And to my knowledge, above Monterey and Jackson Hill. Now, Shirley Creek might be open, and you can actually call Shirley Creek Marina and ask them. Hopefully you can see that. Sorry. Shirley Creek Marina may be open. You can call Shirley Creek Marina. Matter of fact, there might be a phone number on here for them. There is not. So that's my overview. I will continue getting more map tips up with waypoints on them. But right now, guys, with the lake the level it is, there's not a whole lot to worry about. You can run wherever you want to run. If it's sticking, as Dickie says, if it's sticking out of the water, don't hit it. Otherwise, I think you're safe. You can go wherever you want to go. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sharing. I hope to hit 3,000 subscribers this year. I've got a couple of days left. If you got a buddy that you don't think's subscribing, man, I would really appreciate a share, because my goal this year was 400,000 views and 3,000 subscribers. And by the way, I was 291 subscribers a year ago. So you guys have done a great job helping me spread the word on my website, and on my website and my YouTube channel both. So I really appreciate it, guys. Happy New Year, and we'll get some more video up for you here before the FLW Tour gets here.